And I've always been fascinated by ancient stories that shape our understanding of faith and resilience. And there's one story that stands out among the rest, the story of Job. Who was Job? Let's dive into this timeless tale of a man whose faith was tested beyond measure and whose story continues to captivate and inspire people around the world to this day. But let's start at the beginning. Job was a man who seemed to have it all: wealth, a loving family, and most importantly, a deep devotion to God. Satan, the accuser, approaches God with a challenge. He argues that Job is only faithful because of his blessed life. Remove those blessings, Satan claims, and Job will surely curse God. God, confident in Job's faith, allows Satan to test Job with one condition: Job's life must be spared. And so begins a series of catastrophes that would test the limits of human endurance. In rapid succession, Job loses his wealth, his children, and finally his health. Covered in painful sores, sitting in ashes, Job is left with nothing but his unwavering faith. This is only the beginning of Job's story. Enter Job's friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar. These well-meaning companions sit with Job in silence for 7 days, overwhelmed by his suffering. But when they finally speak, their words are far from comforting. They're convinced that Job must have sinned to deserve such punishment. After all, in their worldview, suffering is always a consequence of wrongdoing. But Job stands firm. He maintains his innocence, questioning why a just God would allow such undeserved suffering. The debates between Job and his friends are intense, philosophical, and deeply human. They grapple with questions that have echoed through the centuries. Just when it seems the debate has reached an impasse, God himself enters the conversation, but not in the way anyone expected. Speaking from a whirlwind, God doesn't directly answer Job's questions. Instead, he responds with questions of his own, highlighting the vast gulf between human understanding and divine wisdom. "Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation?" God asks, reminding Job of the limits of human knowledge. Job, humbled and awed, acknowledges the vastness of God's wisdom. In a surprising twist, God rebukes Job's friends for their misrepresentation of his nature. In the end, Job's fortunes are restored twofold. But the real restoration isn't in his renewed wealth or family, it's in his deepened understanding of faith and the nature of God. Job's journey through unimaginable trials and his unwavering faith serve as a beacon of hope and resilience for all of us. The story of Job isn't just an ancient tale. It's a profound exploration of faith, resilience, and the human spirit that continues to inspire us today. It challenges us to reflect deeply on the nature of God, the purpose of suffering, and the boundless strength of human understanding. As we navigate our own trials and seek answers, Job's story reminds us that faith can endure even the harshest tests, and that sometimes the most profound revelations come not in words but in the awe-inspiring mystery of the divine.